Kent is about to get a new convenience store. The preparations are underway right now to get it ready for opening.
It's National Voter Registration Day. We have all the resources available to Kent State and the Portage County community for those interested in registering.
Hurricane Fiona has ravaged parts of the Dominican Republic and the Caribbean. More updates are on the situation ahead.
Avatar fans rejoice that the record-breaking movie is back in a big way. All these stories and more as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening, Portage County. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Raygene English.
And I'm Blake Goloja.
The campus market will be opening soon in Kent.
That's right, Raygene. Our reporter, Matt Mergen, has more on the new convenience store. Hi, Matt.
That's right, guys. I spoke with Tom Wilkie, who's the city's economic development director, about the new convenience store, Campus Market.
The Campus Market convenience store is moving in on the corner of Wilson Avenue and Main Street.
The transaction just went through about a month or so ago, although there was an agreement quite earlier this year, back in the spring of this year.
The agreement to purchase the Campus Market was made by two individuals who aren't new to business in the Kent area.
Two people behind the company are Mike Awad and the McKendry family, and they're both local. The Awads are from Stowe. They also own Lazizas.
The Campus Market is located directly across the street from campus, so students will not have to travel far to get all their necessities.
It's just going to be a convenience store, so I'm sure things like cigarettes, sodas, candy, all the healthy things that Kent State students need so much.
The owners made sure to get everything in order when purchasing the lot.
The liquor license came with the property. It doesn't include Sunday sales, though. And of course, it's only beer and wine, not hard liquor.
Previous convenience stores have had great success at this location, and the Campus Market hopes for similar results.
There was a convenience store there before that was actually pretty heavily trafficked. And I'm sure the reason Circle K decided to vacate it was primarily because it didn't have the opportunity to have gas pumps. Most convenience stores today make most of their money off the sale of gasoline, and so if you can't have that, then that's probably the reason they sold it.
The Campus Market is looking for employees before they're opening this fall. Just call the number at the bottom of your screen for more information. Reporting live in the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Matt Mergen.
The Ambassador Crawford College of Business and Entrepreneurship will host a student organization and resource fair tomorrow. The goal of the event is to show off different student organizations within the College of Business to promote recruitment for new members. The event is from 2 to 6 p.m. on the first floor of the Business Administration building.
Kent State will have a blood drive on campus at the Rec Center tomorrow from 1 to 7 p.m. Vitalant Blood Drives is running it. Students can sign up online at vitalant.org. By scheduling an appointment, appointments will come first, but they will plan on accepting as many walk-ins as they can throughout the day.
2008 election, midterm or general election, is the young voters below 30 years of old. They have the lowest turnout. Their voices are not appropriately translated into this voting system.
Today is National Voter Registration Day, and many Kent State and Portage County organizations urge students to register. Every Wednesday until the end of October, representatives from the Portage County officials set up on the K to encourage students to vote and answer any questions to those interested in registering. Students can also check their voter status at the National Association of State Secretaries website by simply putting in their first name, last name, and county.
Good Tuesday evening, Portage County. I'm Nathan Welsh with your weather report. Now, looking across at our live radar we have this week, we're going to see these storms that are going to be coming in from Michigan and Lake Erie as they develop over the rest of the evening into tonight. You can see a bit of red in there, and as that's starting to pull towards us, starts to fade away over the lake, where it will eventually rebuild into later tonight. And I'll have a bit more on that in just a bit. But for right now, currently in Kent, it is 79, though it feels like 80. That's going to give us with that dew point at 53%, we have a humidity of 41%. And we got winds from the northwest at 6 miles an hour and visibility out to 10 miles. It's a gorgeous day, very nice. We're still on that tail end of summer. And as we look across northeast Ohio, we see similar temperature trends, lots of high 70s. Ashtabula is a little chilly, up by the lake, but as you get down, we lean southwest up to 80 in Mansfield. And as we look across, we've got, tonight we're going to see those thunderstorms I was teasing earlier, 60% chance of rain, and those thunderstorms are going to build throughout the night. It's going to be chilly. We're leaning into that fall time with that sunset at 7:26, which means roughly an hour after this broadcast ends, I recommend going outside and checking it out. And that is all for now, but stay tuned. I'll have your 7-day forecast and more after the break.
A resolution opposing LGBTQ students says a person's sex is an interchangeable fact. This resolution is expected to reach the Ohio State Board of Education today. The document lays out opposition to the Biden administration's proposal to expand Title IX's definition of discrimination to include gender identity and sexual orientation. Board member Brenda Shea introduced the resolution, saying Title IX was originally meant to protect young women and girls, and if anyone can identify as a girl, then it is useless.
The Acro Marathon is running strong into its 20th year. This year's race will be on Saturday, September 24th, and feature runners from all over the world. Founder Steve Marks started the marathon in 2003 with 3,000 contestants, and this year the race will feature over 6,000 people. In addition to the main event, Marks has hosted country relay races and a non-competitive 1K Kids Fun Run. The marathon brings in an estimated $6 million for the greater Akron community each year.
How do you plan to celebrate National Pepperoni Day? Find out why this day is a national treasure with a local impact.
The Federal Reserve is expected to make a decision on raised rates in the coming dates. We can tell you what that means for you.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
Today is National Pepperoni Day, and how will you treat yourself?
Olivia Sharp, I believe, took part in today's celebration. What do you have over there, Olivia?
Hi guys, that's right. It is National Pepperoni Pizza Day, and you have still got plenty of time to head to your favorite pizza joint and, of course, grab a slice.
Today is the day to celebrate one of America's favorite foods with a classic topping, pepperoni pizza.
Obviously pepperoni for like a normal topping. Specialty would probably be the honey gold chicken pizza.
At local spot Eurogyro, you can get a large pepperoni pizza for $14. Or you can celebrate tomorrow for an added deal on Wacky Wednesday.
My favorite day. Really busy. Probably do at least 200 larges a day for the Wacky Wednesday by itself.
Here are some pepperoni pizza deals. You can get a large pepperoni Magnifico pizza for $9.99 when you order online using the code PEPMAG from Marco's. Papa John's is doing a deal on their pepperoni stuffed crust pizza. You can get a large for $13.99. And while Domino's is not doing any deals, they are giving away a year's worth of free pizza. You can check out the details on Domino's Instagram. There's no wrong way to celebrate a classic, so grab a slice, take a bite. Reporting live from the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Liv Sharp.
Hurricane Fiona is continuing its reign of terror after devastating Puerto Rico with flooding rain, then ripping through the Dominican Republic, where more than 1 million people were left without running water and dozens of homes were destroyed. Nearly 800 people were brought to safety by emergency workers in the Dominican Republic, and at least 519 people were taken refuge in the country's 29 shelters on Monday.
A powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit the southwestern coast of Mexico on Monday. The quake killed at least one person and was felt over 300 miles away in Mexico City. Very strong shaking was reported about 62 miles from the epicenter in the city of Colima. A tsunami warning was initially issued immediately after the quake, but has since been revised.
Now bringing it a little closer to home, we have had some fluctuating weather over the past few days.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can see some more of these cool fall temperatures. Nathan, how was the weather looking?
Well, our weather tonight, it's not looking too fantastic, but it's going to get good in a bit. So tonight it's going to be getting down into those mid-60s with clouds overhead, and as I mentioned before, we got the rain coming in starting tonight. 46% chance, nothing too fancy, but we're going to see as we get into tomorrow that those storms are going to persist. It's going to be 80, so you're kind of looking at the same kind of temperatures we saw today, just with a little added thunderstorms. So be a little careful if you got to commute here, don't hurt yourself. And as we look into the 7-day forecast, we see it's really not going to be that bad for the rest of the week. We're going to see those temperatures dropping down all the way down to the low mid 40s at night. Of course, Thursday is actually going to be the first day of fall, which is awesome in my opinion. It's time to break out those sweaters, those coats, the flannels, the long sleeve shirts, the jeans, the pants. It's awesome. I love it. And as we look into next week, we're going to see these trends kind of persist all the way. We're going to see some returning nice summer warmth, but it's really not sticking around for much longer, frankly. And as summer is finally winding down with fall just around the corner, I've been Nathan Welsh reminding you, summer heads out there in Portage County, to go out and enjoy these last few days of warm weather.
Thank you, Nathan. Back to school, but far from back to normal. Kids in Uvalde, Texas went back to the classroom nearly 2 weeks ago, but people who live in the town shattered by May's deadly school shooting are still in pain. Pleading for change, as CNN's Lee Waldman reports, they made their voices heard again at Monday night's school board meeting.
Our babies died. They were massacred. And y'all still let those same SOBs walk around that didn't agree.
Echoes of continued pain at Monday's board meeting from families of the Robb Elementary shooting. Brett Cross and Berlinda Areola calling out the UCISD school board to investigate all police officers with the school and to better protect current students.
I keep telling y'all, this is like the third or fourth time that I keep coming and telling y'all that about the security. And all I hear is, we'll look into it. We'll make sure, we'll look into it. When you're going to look into it, when it happens again.
After the open forum, the focus shifted toward the future. Huckabee, a Texas architecture firm focused on designing schools, presented a plan to build a new elementary school in Uvalde.
Making sure that we understand what the community's expectations and goals are for this project and make sure that we encompass that in the design.
Jeff Rodriguez and Carrie Brandy presented 3 site options for the new campus and laid out the timeline for the project. There will be a community advisory committee that will be made up of school officials, teachers, parents, a Uvalde PD representative, and business owners. Brady and Rodriguez estimate construction will be done in October of 2024.
At that phase, the school could then be furnished with FF&E as furniture, fixture, and equipment, and then we could then determine when the first day of school.
At least 8 people were taken to the hospital after an apartment building exploded in Chicago this morning. You can see it in this video, blown out windows and bricks all over the road and on top of cars. Investigators don't know what caused the explosion, but public records show a history of failed inspections, some as far back as 2010, and alleged code violations.
The Federal Reserve is expected to make history with a rate hike Wednesday. It's expected to either raise its key short-term rate by 3/4 of a point for the 3rd time in a row to 3% or hike it by an unprecedented 1% 0.23%. The central bank kicked off its two-day meeting Tuesday and is scheduled to announce its decision Wednesday afternoon. The United Nations leaders are meeting in person in New York for the first time since the onset of COVID-19. This comes after 3 years of all 193 of the world leaders speaking over video instead of in person. The only leader to speak over video this time is the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, considered he has to deal with the war between Ukraine and Russia.
The Cleveland Guardians continue their series with the Minnesota Twins, and boy, did they make a statement. Stay tuned for this and more in sports.
Brad Pitt is widely known for his acting. We'll tell you what other art form he has picked up over the years.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Hey there, Portage County. I'm Josh Aponte, and it's been a great week to be a Golden Flash, so let's get right into it. Kent State swept the Women's Volleyball MAC East Player of the Week awards. Aaron Gardner earned the Defensive Player of the Week honors, averaging 5.13 digs per set. Alex Hafner was named Setter of the Week for the second time this season, averaging 10.88 assists. And Savannah Matthews was selected as the Offensive Player of the Week, averaging 4.31 points and 4 kills per set. The trio led the Flashes, extending their win streak to 6 after defeating Cleveland State and Youngstown State last week. Kent will host their set of games against Bowling Green this Friday at 6 p.m. And the Kent State women's golf team wrapped up the Mercedes-Benz Intercollegiate, finishing in 4th place. Despite facing 3 ranked teams in the tournament, the Flashes continued their strong start to the season, being only one of only 4 teams to finish under par for the tournament. Normal Nushila led the KSU, finishing 7 under par, good for 5th place in the individual portion. The team will return to action October 17th in the Sunflower Invitational at the University of Kansas. And the Cleveland Guardians continue their series with the Minnesota Twins. Let's take it to Progressive Field for the highlights. Alrighty, so we got the Guardians, and we got Josh Naylor starting off the offense for the Guards. And he is going to hit that. That's going to go deep right field, and that one is gone. Forget about it. That will be a 3-run home run. Stephen Kwan is going to hit that right little blooper, and that's going to be no catch. And Kwan will get an RBI triple on that play. But Kyle Quantrill will fall apart. He'll get knocked up by Nick Gordon. Now we'll make it a 1-run game in the top of the 6th. And the Guards decide to answer back here with Ahmed Rosario. Line drive down 3rd baseline, and that'll put the Guards up 7-4. And oh my, am I seeing that right? The mailman, oh my, Luke Maley, he will deliver that home run into the left field, into the bleachers, and the Guards will win 11-4. And they will start their series tonight against the White Sox at 8:10 in Chicago. And the Cleveland Browns fans, at least we have some good news from this week. Joe Thomas has been announced to be one of the 129 nominees to be included on the 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame ballot. This is the first year Thomas has become eligible to be a nominee since his retirement in 2017. Thomas's list of accolades includes being the only offensive lineman in league history to be voted to 10 straight Pro Bowl appearances. He also owns a league best of 10,363 consecutive snaps. The 15 finalists among the nominees will be announced in early January. That's all I have for you. Make sure to follow us at TV2 KSU Sports for any sports updates. I'm Josh Aponte, and have a great evening, Portage County.
Avatar is re-hitting the theaters after over a decade. We will have that and more after the break. The biggest movie of all time is returning to theaters with $2.8 billion at the global box office. Avatar is the highest-grossing movie of all time, according to Box Office Mojo. James Cameron's sci-fi epic is hitting theaters again ahead of the release of its sequel later this year. The release lands a few months before the December debut of Avatar: The Way of Water, which was originally slated for 2014.
Brad Pitt is taking his talents to a whole new genre, sculpting. His work is now displayed in an exhibition in Cleveland titled We. He has a total of 9 works displayed. Reportedly, he began working in ceramics after his breakup with Angelina Jolie. This is the first time Pitt has displayed his work publicly, and the show is on view until January 15th. And that is all the time we have for today.
Thank you for joining us.
And for updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwired.com.
And our social media on all platforms at Kent Wired. I'm Josh Aponte.
I'm Nathan Welsh.
I'm Blake Goloja.
And I'm Raygene English. Have a great night, Portage County.